Today we're taking a look at the Trek Checkpoint Alr 4. So this Trek Checkpoint is a new gravel bike from Trek. So basically it's set up to be able to fit some really large tire clearance, and in fact if you take a look here you can see that it'll actually fit all the way up to a 45 millimeter tire, which is really quite huge. Now the other things that you're going to notice about this particular bike, so this is a aluminum frame. The ALR stands for being kind of the highest quality aluminum that Trek does. It's also going to have this really neat stranglehold dropout. What that basically means is this can be slid back or forward based on the tire size, so you get the handling characteristics you want. You know, a little bit longer in case you wanted, say, a more stable platform, and a little bit shorter in case you want to do a cyclocross race and have the bike perform a little more quickly. Now, this particular bike, being the ALR 4, is set up with a Tiagra group set, so that's a 2x10, but it is set up with the Shimano hydraulic brakes. So this does have hydraulic brake levers and then hydraulic brake calipers down there. So it's set up pretty well. It looks nice, and it should ride pretty great. Now, a couple of things to mention. Aluminum frame, like we said, but this aluminum frame does have all internal cable routing, so you'll notice all this stuff is nice and covered. At the bottom of the bottom bracket, you can actually see that's where the cables are going to come out. So down in the second half of the bike, it's actually going to be external cable routing. That's going to make it super nice to actually work on, and it also allows for, in case you were to use this as a cyclocross bike, you don't have cables in your way when you're trying to shoulder the bike or even put it on a car rack. It's a nice thing. Now you'll also notice there are ample water bottle cage bolts. That also means that it's going to be able to work with quite a few different frame bags that are out there. So that's a nice touch and a nice feature to have. And then it's running through axle both front and rear. So what through axle means is it's going to be a much stiffer connection, a little bit easier to work with. The front fork on the bike, that is of course carbon fiber, and then the cockpit on this bike is all going to be, you know, Bontrager aluminum cockpit parts and a Bontrager saddle. Now the wheel set that comes on this works pretty well. This is a standard Bontrager wheel set, and it comes with Schwalbe G1 all-round rubber, as they call it, in a size 700 by 35C. So overall, a pretty nice looking bike. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this bike. And then as always, subscribe to see more videos like this into the future.